Evening peeps, how are we all doing tonight? Back live again for Friday night racing. MRCs GTTCC returns, rounds 11 and 12. You've just seen the We Are Driven intro. The We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. So get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourselves onto We Are Driven page, find out what we're all about and what's going on. And then get yourselves over to www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Drop a little donation on there. Thanks very much. So GTTCC continues tonight. Rounds 11 and 12. Live from Laguna, Seca and Blue Moon Infield Bay. Blue Moon Bay Infield A. I think it's Infield A. I'm hoping. It's one of the infields. So they're the two tracks tonight. 2 half-hour races. Let's get ourselves into some scores, shall we? So a slight change to the score sheet this week. We've got manufacturers on there as well. So we'll run through individual points in Fusion League. Dylan running away with it at the minute with 155 points. 11 points behind him is P1 Don with 144. P1 Mental Nev with 129 in third. Fabuki in fourth with 100 and... Is that 18? Yeah. Yes, it is. White Shark Jim 5th with 113. P1 Mocking Wheats in 6th with 105. TRG Obi-Wan, I think that's changed to GT Obi-Wan. Yes, it has. Currently sitting in 7th. He's on 102 points. V-Show in 8th with 94 points. Fat Pickles in 9th with 89 points. NRT Bobby 10th with 73 points. JPH 99 11th with 67 points. Potter McPot 12th with 64 points. Rick 33 GTR 13th with 60 points. We've got Shell Shock in 14th with 46 points and Valtteri in 15th with 20 points on the board. So manufacturers, there are, I think there's still 9 lobbies running, or is it down to 8 now? I'm not too sure, but all drivers split throughout those lobbies are signed up to one of these teams. So Infinity Decals leading the way. Samsung in 2nd, Red Bull in 3rd, We Are Driven 4th, Digital Car Culture in 5th, QuickFit in 6th, PlayStation in 7th, and Monster in 8th. Average points per person there on the right hand side. I'm not going to go through all that. And let's get ourselves into this lobby then. Don't forget, people, still got t-shirts and stickers available. If you want any of those, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or via the Facebook page at darksmoker. Right, let's get ourselves in. So it looks like they've already started quali. Let's see who we've got in the room tonight. Not a full lobby tonight, unfortunately. We've got Fabuki, Fat Pickles, Rick 33, White Shark, Mockin, V-Show, Mental, GT Obi-Wan. We've got Dylan, JPH and P1 Don. No Potter McPot, no Valtteri, no NRT Bobby. Yeah, a few drivers missing tonight. It is an open quali, so they do get the chance to turn up late. If they appear by the time race 1 starts, they won't get a look in, unfortunately. Not until race 2 at least. It does lock you out. But qualifying is open, so they do get a chance, if they do turn up late, to still come in and put a couple of laps in. So race 1, you will see everybody driving the Subaru. It is a 1-make race, GR4 class Subaru. Dylan just coming in the pits as well. Let's get ourselves out with Somebody out on track. Nobody? Anybody? Let's go for a lap with Mr. Don. So, although that looks like pit exit, it's not. It continues down past turn 1. The Andretti hairpin hard on the brakes into this for Don. Driving for Team Infinity Decals. Heading down towards turn 2. Easy to run wide through here. Got to watch those sausage curbs. Again, just unsettles the car, makes you drift wide. Again, got to watch those sausage curbs. A little bit unsettling for Don through there. Following V-Show down towards turn 4 then. It's just over a 90-degree turn. You can keep a fair amount of speed through this as it runs up the hill. Just give you a little bit of extra grip. And through fast turn 5. Again, just got to be careful of that inside curb and not to run it out too wide. Lose a lot of time on that. You can keep the speed up, but you probably pick up a penalty for that. Hard on the brakes then into this corkscrew section. Got to be perfect on this to get the line right. V-Show and Don getting that right. Again, this is the Fusion lobby. Fast through turns 9 and 10 then. Sorry, that might have been 9 and 10. Up towards this final turn in this circuit. Again, tricky corner this one. A lot of drivers getting this wrong. Don even running it a little bit deep that time and back onto the start-finish straight. We'll stick with him and see what he puts in. It's a pretty quick lap. So 127.3, so he sticks him in 7th. So Dylan, currently fastest man out on track at 125.7. Mental Nev sitting in 2nd. Also kind of driving under the P1 moniker. He's got Team Quick Fit this season. Rig 33 driving for PlayStation, sitting in 3rd, 126.8. I didn't read out Nev's time, 126.3 for Nev. So Rick on that 126.8. Lock in 126.8 as well. Just put that time in 4th. For Buki 126.9. Also driving for Quick Fit. No hot lap on the board from him. Don, we've just seen put a 127.1 in. White Shark, fastest was a 134. That was an out lap though. So no lap on the board from him. It looks like he's left and come back. Digital Car Culture GT Obi-Wan 127.3. Big shout out to the boys over at Digital Car Culture. Cowabunga Car Diaries and Infinity Decals as well. Everyone over at Mature Racing Club. We Are Driven, Archie's Journey, all that sort of stuff. V-Show just going quicker then, 127.2. That pushes GT Obi-Wan down to 10th. JPH 99 sitting in 11th at the minute, 127.8. Fresh set of boots on for him. Dylan go any quicker. 126.1, not this time. Looks like he's picked up a penalty, chucks himself in the pits anyway. Rig 33 expecting rain this week at this desert location. Grabbing a big chunk of penalty, 126.6 he's put in as well, chucks himself into 4th. Loses that on the way into the pits. Pushes Mucking Dick Weeks down to 5th then. Fat Pickles now got 127.0 on the board. Don a 127.1. White Shark, no hot lap yet. His quickest a 130.6. We'll just stick with him, see what he's got through here. Hopefully no penalties this time. There you go, 126.8. Sticks himself in 6th for now. Back in the pits, fresh set of tyres for White Shark. Dylan this time into corkscrew. Or maybe pick up a penalty for that. You've got to be careful. Not sure how tight that line is. There you go. All four wheels across the line at the corkscrew. Picks you up a penalty. Got in far too much of that turn there, Mr. Dillon. Was that just about to come across the line? That was Dillon. That was an outlap that time. Not so traumatic for him. Out onto his hot lap now then. Softs on the front, racing super softs on the rear. Interesting. Looking for the slightly longer duration on the fronts. P1 boys have been quite partial to a bit of no stopping this season. We'll see if anyone else follows suit. Rick then in third. Fabuki still fourth on that 126.6. Let's see what Mockin's got. That's not a quick one. Oh, that's his quickest, 126.5. All right, moves him up another position. My apologies, Mockin. Fabuki then pushed back down to 5th. White Shark 6th. Fat Pickle 7th. Don in 8th. Someone's just driven themselves off track. Obi-Wan 9th, V-Show 10th, JPH 99 in 11th. So can anyone unseat Dillon? He's currently 0.6 of a second quicker than anyone else. Just 2 minutes left of quali then. Enough time for these front runners to get another lap in. Oh, they get another couple of laps in, won't they? They'll get to finish this lap and the next lap. So still nobody unable to unseat Dillon at the minute. Don's got himself up to third though, 126.3. 33 into third then, Mocking Weeks 4th. 33 go a bit quicker. Oh, it was Mental Nev that left and came back. Okay. 33 then 4th, Mocking 5th, Fabuki 6th. A little bit quicker for V-Show, 126.8, so 7th. White Shark in 8th. Being pushed down then with V-Show's quicker time. Fat Pickles in 9th. GT Obi-Wan 10th. JPH 99 in 11th. Oh, 2 drivers off track. JPH getting that one a little bit wrong. Passing through the corkscrew though. No penalty incurred, unfortunately. 1.3 seconds down this lap. So just 30 seconds left of quali. Dillon's on an outlap. He might not get to finish this one. He might just. It's going to be close. We've got 15 seconds. Needs to get across this line to start this next lap. Just about going to do it. Yes, he is. There he goes. 3 seconds to spare. 33, getting it all wrong for Buki also. I think maybe just messing about now they've finished qualifying. So Dylan's still out then. He has pretty much got that pole position done and done. And Nev, his closest rival at the minute, 0.6 of a second back. Whoa, Don getting the corkscrew all wrong, completely outbraking himself. What's mental Nev got? Can he do it? Don's obviously not going to be able to if he's just chucked it off at the corkscrew. What have he got mental? 120, 119 as he comes around that final turn. Not quick enough, 126.5, so stays in second. It's going to be Dylan on pole then, mental Nev second, P1 Don in third. 33, reckon a set of tyres in fourth, Mockin in fifth. Fubuki 6, Obi-Wan in 7th, V-Show 8th, White Shark in 9th, Fat Pickles backwards for 10th, JPH 11th. Did you go a bit quicker than Obi-Wan right at the end? Yes, you did, 126.7. I thought you went up a couple of spots. Up to 7th right at the end of qualifying there. So Dylan on pole again. P1 boys really have put their mark on this Fusion lobby. Here we go then. Race 1 is underway. Half an hour around Laguna Seca in these Subarus. Let's see who's got the strategy right tyre wise. Lined up on the grid then. Who's going to win out into turn 1? Although P1 Dylan does have pole. Mental Nev is going to carry the inside line. That's the worst view in the world. Just like looking at Mental Nev's arse. Come on, change me up. There we go. Let's get a bit of that on. So just wait for the lights to drop. They're away. Dylan then takes no time at all to slot himself straight over onto that defending line. Blocks off any attack from Mental Nev into turn 1. All closing up, bit of a concertina effect. Dylan gets through, everyone else through as well. Positions changed all over the place. Don's gone wide in the background, kicked up a bit of sand. Mental Nev has held his second though. So Dylan pulls 0.6 of a second lead over second place Mental Nev, who is now a little bit of a cork in the bottle between Fubuki and P1 Don in the background. Fubuki getting through, Don getting through, so all just slotted into position, although 33 looking to run around the outside of Don that time, didn't work. So Mental Nev second, Fubuki into third, P1 Don fourth, Rick 33 in fifth, Fat Pickles sixth. Sorry, lucky week 6, Fat Pickles 7th. V-Show I think got it a bit wide through turn 5. Lost a couple of positions. JPH then through into 9th. GT Obi-Wan 10th. White Shark at the back of the pack. They're still tightly packed together all over the back end of Obi-Wan as they come through these last couple of turns. Obi-Wan having to go defensive into this last turn. White Shark trying to run around the outside of him. Can he hold it? It's going to be a run down to turn 1. They are still side by side, these two. White Shark's just going to carry the speed. Does, just gets himself in front. Right, back up front, Dylan. Jesus, 1.3 second lead. 1.4. Mental Nev then still holding second. Fubuki in third. Don fourth. So, I like these shots, PlayStation. Rick 33 in 5th, Mocking week 6, Fat Pickles 7th. Fat Pickles all over the back end of Mocking. Heading up the hill then, through turn 4. Through this fast turn 5. Everyone back, getting it right through there. Background as well. Drivers just starting to spread out now, coming into this corkscrew section. Mocking maybe tiny bit tight through there. He may pick a penalty up for that. Looks like he's got away with it. So Dylan a little bit wide through the final turn, but still pulling more time over second place, 1.6 seconds. He's on that soft, super soft combo. Is that benefiting him? Ah, okay, Mental Nev's done the same. Don has just gone for a bare set of soft front and rear. Got himself back past Fabuki though, and all over the back end of Mental Nev for that second. Can he get the job done? Both drivers kicking up the sand there. We'll get ourselves on board with Mental Nev looking back at P1 Don. Just 0.4 of a second back, still 1.6 seconds back from leader P1 Dylan. Top three just starting to break away from Fabuki in fourth. Don then thinking about a move towards the corkscrew. Still hanging on to Mental Nev here. Close up as quick as he like. The gap between P1 Don and that fourth place driver of Fabuki is 1.1 seconds, so just out of the slipstream range. Fabuki also expecting rain. Has Rick still got his wipers on? Yes, he has. Both drivers then being fed false information from their weather team. Rocky Weeks in between the two of them, holding fifth. On the back of this fight for 7th, JPH at the front of the next battle in 8th. White Shark making up another position into 9th. Visho then pushed down to 10th. GT Obi-Wan now 11th. Wide through turn 2. Got to be careful, especially when he's gone for the mediums on the front. So interesting combo there, GT Obi-Wan. So can Dylan go for a no stopper here? Still holding 1.6 pretty much over Mental Nev. Still got P1 Dom for company as well. Oh, Fabuki's got the corkscrew all wrong. Far too much late braking through there. So now the gap between third and fourth is 2.5 seconds for that little mistake. Rick 33 and P1 Mocking Weeks now looking for that position. A little wide through there as well. Weeks comes off the racing line, drops his penalty, slots himself back into 7th, just off the back end of the two drivers he was in front of. So Fabuki then on board, looking back at 5th place Rick 33 and Fat Pickles. Mocking Weeks in the background looking to close back up on this fight. Fabuki under threat then. Unfortunately, having to go defensive from these two is going to cost him in the fight to try and close that gap up to that 3rd place driver P1 Don. Again, still nowhere for Rick 33 to go at the minute into turn 4 then. Can he get a good exit and try and run up the outside? Sorry, the inside he's going to go for. No, still not carrying quite enough speed. Fat Pickles just on the back end of this fight as well. Also thought about chucking one up the inside. Mocking Weeks still there. And in the background, we've got White Shark Jim being harassed by JPH coming up the hill. Fabuki getting the corkscrew right this time. He's not making that same mistake again. So positions as they were then. Get ourselves back up front and see what's happening here. Dylan just ghosting out, possibly picking himself up a penalty but losing it. Still holding 1.5, nearly 1.6 over 2nd place Mental. He's still got to be a little bit concerned from P1 Dom behind, but 0.8 of a second at the minute. Oh, a little bit deep into the hairpin at turn 1. Loses time then, 1.1 seconds down. Still under no threat from Fubuki behind, 3.3 seconds back. And he is still under pressure from Rick 33, Fat Pickles. Weeks are still within touching distance of this 5.6 of a second, so still just in the slipstream range. More camera angles like that, PlayStation. This corkscrew section then. Mocking Weeks has got himself closed right up on this fight now. So 4th position fight turned into a 4-man battle here. Positions not changing up front. Dylan still leading. Mental Nev still 2nd. P1 Don still 3rd. He's not getting a tidy exit through that final turn. Loses a bit of ground on the 3 drivers in front. A big chunk as well. Gap up to 0.8 of a second. Again, P1 boys have been known to go for the long no stoppers, so we'll see. Fat Pickles thought about chucking one up the inside of Rick 33 there in front. Weeks just slowly losing another 1/10 to these drivers. Needs to close back up. Gap up to a 2nd now. Starting to fall into the hands of White Shark and JPH behind. Gains a couple of 1/10 through there. Let's go and see what's happening up front. Dylan is picking up a penalty or 2. 2 of a second he's got at the minute as he comes into the corkscrew. Almost it is 2 seconds now over Mental Nev. Mental Nev has still got P1 Don right behind him. Are these boys just playing the long game? No need to battle it out yet. 33 then up into. He's got what happened to Fubuki? Fubuki, you got the corkscrew completely wrong, didn't you? 7th. Damn it. Under pressure from White Shark and JPH now then. White Shark all over the rear end of that 7th place driver, looking to make the move down the inside as they come into turn 1. Side by side through the hairpin. White Shark Jim just carries enough speed through there, then gets through into 7th. Fubuki then loses another position down to 8th. And he will now slipstream range of JPH 99 as well, so got to be careful he doesn't lose another position here. And he's already 0.5 of a second back. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. So Fubuki from 4th to 8th in a lap. That's what the corkscrew can do to you. Coming back up towards it now. Let's see if he gets it right this time. Driving a little bit harder, maybe, with a little bit more caution. Gets it right this time. Closes the gap back up on White Shark Jim in front. Looking for that position back. Ooh. Closes up again, down towards this final turn. Needs to get himself in a good position to make a move down this start-finish straight, as we just saw White Shark Jim do. Oh, not able to carry the speed. 0.5 of a second back. That's not close enough to be able to make the move into turn 1, I don't think. JPH all the time, those closing up on that 8th place position. Oh, he's gone deep though, White Shark. That does bring Fubuki back into this fight. But back up front, Dylan having a blinder 2.6 second lead over 2nd place Mental. Still got Don right there with him, just 0.6 of a second back still. Big gap then back to 4th place, 5.2 seconds back to Fat Pickles, with 33 5th, just a second back. Mocking Weeks just half a second back as well in 6th. White Shark Jim 7th, Fubuki 8th, JPH 99 in 9th. see Obi-Wan 10th and V-Show now then at the back of the pack. Dylan just takes another 10th. Just finding this a little bit too easy. Yeah, nothing in it between Don and Mental. Seems to have been about half a second gap between them all race so far. Pickles then pulled 1.2 seconds over Rick 33. Oh, and they've split where between Mock and Weeks as well, so all drivers losing touch with the driver in front. White Shark Jim just 1.5 back from Mock and Weeks. Mookie about a second back. He's still got JPH for company. Yeah, I thought JPH was closing up. Good run out of there as well, keeps it out of the sand, slowly closes up on Fubuki down towards turn 4. Doesn't go for it into this one. Not close enough to make a run up towards turn 5 either. Sticking with Fubuki. Fubuki puts another wheel on the sand, that's going to slow him down again a little bit. You can see JPH closing up. Not going to be close enough again before Corkscrew. Almost the wrong place to do it. Fubuki going a little bit wide through there. Can JPH get a better line out? Not quite, but in front. Mocking Weeks losing a position to White Shark Jim, going through into 6th then. Mocking Weeks getting pushed down to 7th. Just on board with JPH 99, looking to do the same thing on Fubuki, who's decided to pit. He was struggling there. So he ditched it in the pits, loses that position to JPH. As does Mocking Weeks to White Shark Jim in front. So Dylan still 2.2 in front. Having a nice easy race at the minute. And Nev pulled a little bit more time over Don as well. Got that gap to just over a second. Still 5 seconds plus back to Fat Pickles. Then 5th, 2.5 seconds back. White Shark another 2.7 seconds back. Mocking Weeks not happy about losing that position, he wants it back. Backs off early into the Corkscrew. White Shark Jim, oh, he's gone a bit deep through that as he there you go, picks himself up half a second penalty. Mocking Weeks use that to his advantage. No penalty on board for Mocking and win it. Gets a good run out of final turn. Just 0.4 of a second back from White Shark. Still a little bit too far back to make the lunge in turn 1. But White Shark has got to drop that penalty somewhere, and that's going to allow Mocking Weeks to close back up. Possibly get the position. We'll see. Closing up again, gets it down 2.3. Just loses another 10th. Closes right up through turn 4, all over the back end of White Shark Jim then as they run up the hill. Has he got enough power to get it past him before turn 5? No, keeps the pressure on though towards the Corkscrew. Again, not the place to be doing it. White Shark just trying to drop his penalty through there. Mocking Weeks still looking for a way past. Holding 6 at the minute though. Mocking Weeks 7th. Loses another 10th through there. Good exit again. Still don't think it's close enough for Mocking Weeks into turn 1. Not this time. Looks for a different line on the way through, all over the rear end of White Shark. Doesn't get the run out he wants. Still has to hold on to 7th then. White Shark still holding that penalty. Again, he's got to drop that at some point. 2.4 second lead then still for P1 Dylan. Mental Nev and P1 Don still there. Neck and neck. Don still holding a tiny bit of penalty. Fat Pickles then pulled a great big gap from Rick 33, 4.5 seconds, another 2.4 back. Mocking Weeks looking for a move into the corkscrew. He might get another penalty for that White Shark. You just got to be so careful with that turn. Oh, Mocking, you should have bunged it up the inside there, my friend. Wait now, White Shark almost losing his penalty. JPH just in the background, 4.5 seconds back in 8th. V-Show's got himself back up into 9th, and that's because Obi-Wan's pit. No, sorry, it wasn't Obi-Wan, it was Fubuki that came in, wasn't it? Obi-Wan then back down to 10th. V-Show getting past him. And Fubuki, who has stopped, fresh set of racing softs on, sitting at in 11th and 11 seconds back. 10 minutes remaining into this race. Dylan now got a 3.5 second lead. Mental Nev second. Don getting it wrong again somewhere, picking up himself another penalty, 0.3 seconds. So that does bring the gap down between Fat Pickles and Don to 3.4 seconds still. It's a big old gap on this circuit. Rick 33 then another 5.4 back. White Shark Jim still got to lose that penalty, still being harassed by Mocking. 6th and 7th for these pair. Bit of a lonely race for him at the minute. 5.5 seconds in front to Mocking. 6.5 back to V-Show in 9th. Can Obi-Wan get the job done on V-Show again? Again, he's on those medium tyres on the front. Still a fair bit of wear on those. Fubuki, fortunately, I don't think he's closing the gap up anywhere near as quick as he'd like either. Still 11 seconds down in 11th. This battle getting on, still kicking off. Mocking Weeks still not made a move, not been able to make a move. That's the wrong driver. Get ourselves back on with Mocking Weeks then, looking to get past White Shark. Oh, he's gone a little bit wrong through there. Mocking's going to take advantage of that then. There we go, White Shark carrying the speed, but off track, had a little bit of off-roading to do. Loses his penalty as well through there. Oh, and I think he's just going to pick up another one for that. There you go, straight back up to half a second. Fortunate White Shark. So losing the position, time, and picks himself up a penalty as well. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Rick 33, he's just picked up a big chunk of penalty. He's so under threat now from Mocking, 2.5 seconds. Dylan's still quite comfortable, 3.5 seconds up, 3.6 seconds over second place Mental. 1.5 developed between Mental and Don. Fat Pickles still at 3.5 back, but pulling time over Rick 33, that gap up to 6.9 seconds. Again, still got half a second penalty to lose. Mocking Weeks will be wanting that back. There's a mistake for Mockins, cost him a few positions early on. He's trying to battle his way back ever since. Not closing up on Rick 33 at the minute though. White Shark Jim 1.7 seconds back, still with a little bit of penalty to lose. JPH 99 in 8th, 5.6 seconds back. 5.3 back to V-Show. GT Obi-Wan closing that gap up as well. Towards the corkscrew then. Both drivers backing off a little bit early. The tyre wear causing them to just take it a little bit cautious in some of these turns now. You can see GT Obi-Wan just not trying to carry the speed, but those worn front mediums making him suffer a little bit in these turns. Every time he puts the throttle down, it's pushing the front wide. Not by a lot, but enough for him to back off and not be able to pile too much pressure on V-Show at the minute. He does close up, but I think his front tyre is just letting him down a little bit. There you go, closing back up on V-Show then, just 0.3 of a second in it into turn 2. Up into turn 4, can he get a good run out? Here we go, could be on for a move here. Sweeps up the inside of V-Show. No, he backs off. He could have gone for that quite easily, had the nose up the inside there. Now goes for it, runs alongside almost as they come up towards the corkscrew. Is he going to brave it? Is he going to brave it? Yes, he is. Side by side through here. Oh, tiny bit of contact to be expected through the corkscrew. V-Show holds on to it though. GT Obi-Wan respecting the position, not barging him off track. He's got less than 5 minutes to try and get that position off him. Needs a good run out of here. Could be on down this start-finish straight. V-Show's got a decent run out. GT Obi-Wan will have the tow, but V-Show it's going to be close. Is he going to brave it? Again, backs off, allows V-Show to keep it. Could drive up the inside here. Run down towards turn 2. V-Show's going to have the inside line. It's going to be a compromised line. Can GT Obi-Wan? No, not use the switch back on the inside. Again, side by side through turn 3. And now GT Obi-Wan will have the advantage into turn 4 as they run down here. Has he got the position? V-Show trying to drive it around the outside. It was a good effort. Obi-Wan just keeping the inside line then and holds the advantage into the next turn. V-Show thinking about chucking one down at the corkscrew. He backs off. This has allowed, just in the background there, Buki to close that gap up. He's got a bit of a penalty on board, but he's now only 2.6 seconds back off that fight. Let's have a look at you then, Dylan. How far down the road are you? Oh, okay, only 1.6 seconds now. Had a little bit of mare, have you? Tyres starting to cause you to struggle. No stopping. Mental Nev then, now only 1.6 seconds back. P1 Don still only 0.6 seconds back. Fat Pickles 4th, still 3.8 back. 10 seconds back to Rick 33 in 5th. Mocky Weeks unable to close that gap down enough. 2.2 seconds it is at the minute, and a bit of a penalty he's got to lose as well. Still got to be careful of White Shark Jim. White Shark Jim still carrying a penalty too. GPH looks pretty safe in 8th position. GT Obi-Wan now past V-Show into 9th, V-Show 10th, and for Buki then looking to make a position or 2 up before the end of this race. Just 2 minutes 20 remaining. he's got that 9th and 10th position just in front of him, about a second and a half between him and 9th. Set off racing softs on, so we'll see if he can take these positions before the end of the race. He'll only have a lap to do it. So was it only for Buki that stopped? See another lap after this. P1 Don closing up then, but are we going to see him try and battle it out for that position? We'll see. Fat Pickles still all on his own. 33 under no threat from Mockin. Mockin had White Shark close up on him a little bit, so they might have another lap to battle it out to try and close that gap up. JPH comfortable in 8th. GT Obi-Wan getting himself back on track in 9th. Visho 10th. Fubuki all over the back of him. Thought about chucking up the inside. Visho's fully aware of that though. He's been defending from GT Obi-Wan for a few laps. Fubuki all over the back end of Visho though through turn 5. Going to make a move into the corkscrew. Might have to wait till next lap then for Buki. 30 seconds left on the race timer. Dylan then 2.9 seconds. He stretched his lead out to again. Mental Nev still got P1 Don right behind him. Just 15 seconds left on the race timer. Let's go and see who's going to cross the line, who's not. JPH is going to get another lap. What's going on here for Buki? Yeah, I think everyone's going to cross the line. Yes, they are. Right, so Fubuki side by side with Visho as they head down towards turn 1 then. But Visho still holding that inside line. Can Fubuki use those soft tyres to drive around the outside? No, he can't. The fronts are far too worn. Just pushed him wide and back out of touch with Visho. Starting to drop away then. Dylan, race timer has finished. It does become final lap now. Taking pole, led from turn 1. Not stopped either has Dylan. Eden Koenigsegg, how you doing? Is that Koenigsegg RS? How you doing, my friend? You've just about missed race 1, but we have got another half an hour race coming up for you. Dylan taking the win then in race 1 Fusion League. Mental Nev coming in to take 2nd. P1 Don 3rd. Fat Pickles is going to come home for 4th position. Rick 33 is going to take 5th. Did have that gap closed up by Mocking Weeks in the end, but not enough to take the position. So Rick 5th does lose his penalty just there. Mocking Weeks does the same. White Shark Jim says screw it, I'm keeping it. Finishes 7th. JPH only just coming in 9th, 8th. GT Obi-Wan closing that gap right up by the end of that race then, taking 9th. Fubuki did finally get past Visho to take 10th and Visho 11th. So a little bit of a break and then we jump into race 2 back at Blue Moon Infield A, B, I forget. It's one of the infields. And race 2 is free choice of car as well. So it's still GR4, but it is driver's choice now. Race 1 is always a one make, just to try and even it out between everybody else. And then race 2 is a free choice. A lot of McLarens. What else have we got? Ferraris. We'll see. We'll see. I think Fat Pickles is in the Lexus. Got a couple of Citrons. So yes, thank you Koenigsegg, thank you very much. Well, it's not me racing, so I can't say thanks really, but this is Mature Racing Club on Facebook. It's their Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. It happens about 3 or 4 times a year. It's I think it's an 8-week season, 2 races per week. One of the biggest Gran Turismo leagues outside of Gran Turismo. Like I say, I think there was 9 lobbies at the start. So ranging from Fusion, which is like the top of the top, the best of the best, down to rookies. Obviously, throughout the season, drivers drop out and we end up losing spaces. So I think it's dropped down to 8 lobbies now, but still, they all get commentated over at some point. I do mine live. Some of the other drivers just pick them up throughout the week, but it all gets commentated over, scores put up, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's quite big, this one. It's quite big. So while we're in this little halfway break, you know what's coming. No, that's not the screen you're meant to be looking at. That's the screen you're meant to be looking at. So that little We Are Driven intro is the foundation that's been started up. You'll see this in the top corner of every stream I do. Get yourselves over to, let me find that quickly. Get yourselves over to Facebook. Click on all these links. Archie's Journey, We Are Driven, Bradley Lowry Foundation. The We Are Driven team, we're just a bunch of idiots, really. Just a bunch of idiots that have decided to use sim racing for more than just sim racing. So we just talk about charities, get the word out about charities. We're not actually a charity. We don't do anything apart from tell you lot to go and do stuff with the charities. Right, go click the likes, go and donate and stuff. That's all we do. So get yourselves onto Facebook, click on Archie's Journey, click all the like buttons, get yourselves over to Bradley Lowry Foundation, click the like buttons, and then go join We Are Driven, find out what we're all about. Like I say, it's races, it's t-shirts, it's all sorts of stuff. Just a bunch of sim racers that have decided to do something a little bit more than just sim racing with sim racing. That's about the size of that. But yeah, that We Are Driven logo will pretty much stay in the top right hand corner. Rick W, evening brother, how are you? Where did you come tonight? 5th? Were you 5th in race 1? See you going on at race 2. There you go, infield A. I was right. Seem pretty happy with that one. Let's have a look what people are driving then. So we've got McLarens, we've got Hondas, we've got Ferraris. Oh, we've just got one Citroen at the minute. A few drivers missing from Fusion League tonight, unfortunately. Not too sure why, but they are. All the way from Canada. Well, I'm assuming this is streaming from Britain. Yes, it is. But don't you worry, Koenigsegg, right? Don't you worry about that, Mr. Koenigsegg, because we, as Mature Racing Club, have thought about our friendly, slightly fatter American cousins. All right? Even though you're not American, you're Canadian, but, you know, same damn thing and all that. Yep, that's straight out, like, cultural appropriation. All you lot are the same. Right? Because we've got Red, White and Blue, which is Mature Racing Club's sister racing group over in America. No, nobody's taken a front, no. I'm not sure if they're even banned this season. But yeah, we've got Red, White and Blue Racing Club over in, is it Red, White and Blue Racing or Red, White and Blue Sim Racing? I'm not too sure, but get yourselves onto Facebook and go and have a search. Get yourselves onto Mature Racing Club anyway, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. But it is Red, White and Blue Racing, I think, which is the MRC sister group. Started up by the Americans that had joined us and then got, same as you, fed up with having to deal with our timelines. So you should. We invented time, damn it. Kind of. Time starts from here. Right, it's all about Greenwich Mean Time. We invented it. Forget the Mayans. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, front fronts. No, nobody takes front fronts. What we got? An RCF, which is a front rear. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think anyone would be mental enough to take the front. Might be happening in some of the lower down lobbies in some of the rookies leagues. I don't know. Rules might be slightly different there. Purely PC. Well, there you go. You don't know what you're missing out on. I must admit, I've got a great big gaming rig sat next to me, and all I do is stream through it. I don't actually play games on it. It's mad, isn't it? I don't have time because I'm commentating so much, and if I spent any more time up here, I may as well live in the damn room. So Blue Moon infield, Blue Moon Bay infield A coming up for you lot. It can be a bit of a tricky circuit, especially when the tyre wear kicks in on the transition between the infield and the outfield sections. It is, unfortunately, you've just missed pretty much every other season I cover. The GR3 league on Wednesdays is one of the better leagues. Full damage. It's as close to full simulation as you can get, with no traction control, no driver aids. Like I say, full damage, full tyre wear, full fuel depletion, everything. But that's just finished. Last round was on Wednesday, but it's all on my channel. Go and check it out. Make sure you subscribe as well, Koenigsegg, all the way from America. Spread the word about Dark Smoker over the pond. Go do that. Get me some American subs. Yes, 650 seems a popular car this season. Like I say, the Fusion boys, being the sort of elite of mature racing clubs ranks, these would be the boys to watch for the cars. These boys would be putting on all the laps, all the testing. Once these boys choose a car, that's when all the other lobbies kind of go, oh, if they pick that, I think I'll have one of them. They might not like it. It might be the worst car they've ever driven ever, but yeah, I'm also a very bad driver. Well, you know, I suppose that's what the rookies are for, Koenigsegg. So drivers just getting a few practice laps in then before race 2. I don't think there's anything in chat about what time race 2 is going to start, I don't think. No, but it won't be long. I'd have thought it's going to be in the next minute or so. Get ourselves on track then, so we don't miss it. All the boys put their own liveries on. Well, I say put their own liveries on, but they all get assigned a team at the start of the season. Everybody does liveries for said team. And they're driving for Quick Fit. P1 driving for We Are Driven, which you've just seen all the intro videos and stuff for. PlayStation for V-Show. Got Red Bull for Mocking Weeks in the NSX. Obi-Wan driving for Digital Car Culture as well. Get yourselves over to Digital Car Culture and click that like button. Yeah, but these are GR3 race cars. Everything stripped out, everything we don't need taken off. We don't need traction control. Fat Pickles in the Lexus. I forget which team you're for. You PlayStation? Oh no, Quick Fit for you. White Shark Jim. Here we go then. Race 2 getting underway. Half an hour back here at Blue Moon Bay in Field A. Round 12 of MRCs GTTCC Fusion League. So reverse grid for race 2. V-Show on pole for race 2, Fubuki second, GT Obi-Wan in third, GPH 99 fourth, White Shark fifth, Mocking Week 6th, Rick in 7th, Fat Pickles in 8th. We've got Don 9th, Mental Nev in 10th, and Dylan at the back of the pack in 11th. And they're away. Let's see how they get on into turn 1. Change camera, damn it. Oh, I hate you, PlayStation. Look, you're looking at nothing, damn it. Oh. There we go. Jesus. That's what I wanted. On board with V-Show, looking back at the pack then. Oh, that's what I wanted through turn 1, but it wasn't to be. Everyone getting through turn 2 cleanly into turn 3 and 4. Nice and easy. V-Show starting to pull a bit of a gap then already. Got himself 0.9 of a second down towards the hairpin. GT Obi-Wan holding on to second. We've got Ferrari side by side with a McLaren. Third and fourth on the way out of there. White Shark Jim just holding on to third, but Fubuki back down the inside. Takes that third back. White Shark Jim fourth then. Rick 33 fifth. JPH 6th. Fat Pickles in 7th. Dylan slots his way through to 8th. Gets himself past Mocking Weeks in 9th. Don in 10th. Mental Nev in 11th. All in a line then, all looking for that slipstream. I hate you, PlayStation. Let me change camera. Side by side, Don and Dylan into, Don and Mocking Weeks through turn 1. Mocking Weeks getting a little nudge wide. Mental Nev now looking for that position. Inside into turn 2. Mocking Weeks going to let him have it. Yes, he has. Unfortunately, that's just made Mocking Weeks run himself a little bit wide. Ooh, keeps control of it, but loses a lot of time. Mocking pushed all the way down to the back of the pack then. Right, V-Show pulled himself 1.7 second lead out front at the minute. Still kicking off for second behind Fubuki and GT Obi-Wan. Two McLarens battling it out for second. We've got Ferrari trying to force his way through into this fight as well. Do sound good through here. Oh, Fubuki's got the final turn a bit wrong. Into the wall he goes. White Shark Jim's going to come through. The spaceship of Rick 33 is going to slot himself up the inside as well. He's got the toe. Can he carry the speed of the McLaren? Yes, he can. McLaren's back in the slipstream though. 33, can he hold on to it? Is Fubuki going to carry that speed into turn 1? Side by side still with the Citroen. Citroen's going to carry the speed through turn 1 and hold the advantage into turn 2. We've got the other spaceship coming through the inside as well, looking for that position off Fubuki. Got it done through there. Fat Pickles and Dylan side by side through turn 2. Dylan has to hold on to 8th. Don through to 9th, Mental Nev 11th, and Mocking Week still trying to clamber his way back to the back end of this pack in 11th. V-Show then starting to pull a bit of a gap. 2.3 seconds over second place GT Obi-Wan. It is McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren, Citroen, Lexus. Oh, a lie, it's not. Dylan's got himself through, so it's another McLaren, then a Lexus. Ferrari, Honda. I mean, they just call that an NSX then. It's not, it's a Honda. 1.3 seconds off the pace at the minute is Mocking Weeks. 1.4, not getting a toe off the drivers in front, unfortunately. GT Obi-Wan looking to hunt down V-Show in front, then White Shark Jim through to third. 33, nearly getting turn 2 a little bit wrong then. Oh, JPH has gone far too wide in turn 3. Off he goes. P1 Don's followed him as well. Fat Pickles has had to give some wide space there, as to expected JPH to come spinning off track, heading towards him. But JPH all the way down to 10th now. But it does help Mocking Weeks out. It gives him a driver in front to gain a toe off. Try and slingshot his way past and claw his way back into this battle. 5 minutes of race 2 gone. V-Show still leading, but gap down to 1.8 seconds. Obi-Wan slowly closing up. Evening, Reg GT. How are you doing, brother? 7 seconds the gap. White Shark Jim and Fubuki now side by side. That's not the camera angle. That's the camera angle. Fubuki's still expecting rain. Not his wipers doing any good, look. Gets himself through into third. The Ferrari driver just had to back off then. Fubuki had already got his nose down the inside. Almost off track as well. A little bit squirrely on the way out. Holds the line. Are we going to see White Shark Jim sling one up the inside of the hairpin? He thinks about it. Fubuki holds on to it though. Still got a big gaggle of drivers behind. Dylan gets himself up into 5th position. So, winner of race 1, battling his way through from the back of the pack for Team We Are Driven. Sorry, you're Infinity Decals. I'm lying. Closes up on White Shark Jim as well. Having a great race already is Dylan. 6 minutes in and already over halfway through the pack. Closing up on White Shark Jim as well. White Shark Jim making the move back on for Fubuki, but this is just bringing Dylan back into this fight. Look at him closing up on these two. Nowhere to go through turn 1. He does get the move done on Fubuki. Fubuki's had to leave the door open, but he's gone too wide as Fat Pickles. Sorry, not Fat Pickles, White Shark. That has allowed Dylan all the way through to 3rd position. Two positions in, 1 corner for Dylan then. Only 2 drivers in front for him to get race lead. White Shark Jim closes down again though as they come down towards the hairpin. Thinks about slinging one up the inside. Oh, a little bit about braking contact. Should really be thinking about giving that position back, maybe. Maybe a bit hard into the hairpin there for White Shark, looking for that position back, but Dylan is going to be in a perfect position to get the job back done through this long start finish straight. Not getting a toe either is White Shark Jim, so Dylan giving him a little bit of bump drafting down here just to try and close that gap up on those drivers in front. They are currently 3.5 seconds off of race lead. They do close up on GT Obi-Wan with that little bit of strategy between them. God, they sound good. Right, race leader V-Show still holding 2.2 seconds over Obi-Wan. White Shark Jim just holding on to that position from Dylan. He slings one up the inside at the hairpin this time though. Gets that position back. That's how it's done. Then holds the line into the double apex, almost hairpin at the end of this circuit. Now he is only 0.9 of a second back from GT Obi-Wan in front. And closing ever so slightly, just about in slipstream range. It's 0.9 of a second at the minute, just drops to 0.8. So closing up slowly, Dylan. McLaren, 1st, 2nd and 3rd at the minute. You don't want to play Forza, that's a stupid game. Forza's for children. This is if you go in daily lobbies and stuff like that. This is a stupid game if you play it, you know, without this kind of stuff. But you get yourself in these lobbies, mate, you won't regret it. I promise you that. Dylan then closing back up on Obi-Wan, still dragging White Shark, Mental Nev and Fubuki with him, but all over the back end of that second position driver at the minute. Get down to 0.4 of a second as they exit this second to last turn. In a good position to close right up on Obi-Wan. Needs a good exit through here. Loses a tenth or two, but still within range. V-Show not quite disappeared up the road yet either. Dylan though not getting a great exit. Now 0.7 of a second back, still in that slipstream range. So closes up as they come back down towards turn one, but again nowhere near close enough to make the move. Currently holding fastest lap of this race at the minute as well. Dylan, not surprising, he has come through from the back of the pack. There they go. So what's the gap that V-Show's got? Still only 2 seconds. He's not managed to make a break from anybody else then. GT Obi-Wan holding that second position. But for how long? Dylan closing up on him. Half a second back. White Shark Jim still only 0.4 of a second back. Mental Nev tucked under his rear spoiler as well. Thought about going for a move into the hairpin. Still line astern as they come out then. Obi-Wan under all sorts of pressure from Dylan this time. Still 0.4 of a second. Needs this good exit out of turn, the final turn, sorry, to make it work. Oh, Obi-Wan's into the wall. That's going to slow him down a little bit. You can see Dylan already closing up on him. He's going to be looking for the move already. Yes, swings himself to the outside of this circuit, carrying the extra speed. Backs off, chucks himself back into the slipstream of Obi-Wan. Now goes for the move down the inside. Slingshots past Obi-Wan, puts himself into that second position and still keeps only 2.1 between himself and that, as he kept that second position side by side with Obi-Wan. He does into second then Dylan, and now 2.3 back from race leader, almost off track. Mental Nev also got himself past White Shark Jim as well, using that slipstream. Ferrari versus Ferrari. Thought about making a move on GT Obi-Wan for that third position as well. Obi-Wan saw him come in, left enough space for him to hold the position as he come into this last little section. Almost pushing Obi-Wan out of that turn. Almost get ourselves on. So on board with the fourth place man, looking at the rear end of Obi-Wan. He's got a White Shark Jim for company as well. Obi-Wan's still in the slipstream range of Dylan in front, so he'll be getting a tow. He'll be pulling Mental Nev and White Shark Jim along with him. Can the Ferrari get the job done here into turn one? Obi-Wan's not going to make it easy. Run around the outside if you want it. Has he left the door wide enough open? No, White Shark Jim unable to take advantage of that and get himself back past Mental Nev. All over the rear end as he come into turn two. Down through the little kink of turn 3 into turn 4. This is where we've seen one or two drivers run themselves off track, as I think Dylan's just done in front. When he holds on to that position, he's not going to lose too much time to these drivers. Oh, GT Obi-Wan just going massively deep into the hairpin. Give me the right camera angle. Jesus Christ, PlayStation. Do as you're told. Puts himself under pressure then, still side by side. No, he's not. Mental Nev does squeeze himself through then into third. That little mistake costing GT Obi-Wan a position. He's now under all sorts of pressure from that next Ferrari. Both drivers clattering into the wall there. On board with White Shark. He did just take some paint off the side of his car, so that slowed him down a little bit on this fight between himself and Obi-Wan in front. Obi-Wan now getting the toe off of Mental Nev as well. Be looking for this position back around the outside here, Obi-Wan. Great bit of driving straight around the outside of Mental Nev for that third position back. Pushes Mental back to fourth. White Shark still in fifth. Fubuki sixth. He's only 1.6 seconds back from this fight. Fat Picklesbro another 2.2 seconds back. He's got Rick 33. Mocking Weeks and P1 Don for company. There's JPH all the way down 7 seconds back. Possibly got it wrong somewhere. Maybe the hairpin, maybe the final turn. Lost a lot of time. V-Show then. His 2-second gap all the way into the wall. Final turn. That's what's doing it. Dylan got the gap down to 0.6 of a second. All the way from the back of the pack. And we're only halfway through race 1. Apologies if I'm missing any chat at the minute, people. Trying to keep hold of this race. Sliding through turn 1. Up the inside for Dylan. Doesn't quite get the nose down the inside. V-Show holds onto it. They're starting to pull a gap from the third place man, Obi-Wan. Again, Dylan, great exit through turn 2. All over the back end of that first place driver. Piling that pressure on. Another good exit out of turn 3. Looking to run side by side into the hairpin. Through he goes then. Can he get the speed on the way out? Oh, wrong way. V-Show gets a good exit, but Dylan has got the inside line into this next turn. Up into first then. Can he make a break? Can he win 2 races in a row again, Dylan? V-Show keeps it out of the wall this time. So he's led for half the race. Fair play to V-Show. Still within slipstream range of Dylan though, closing up. Mental Nev's chucking it in the pits this lap. Is V-Show going to go for the position back? No, Dylan just goes a little bit defensive. Tells V-Show, you're not having it that easy, my friend. Still within striking distance though, V-Show. It's going to only take a tiny mistake from P1 Dylan to allow V-Show to come back through. Nice and tight through there for V-Show, but not able to close up enough on Dylan. Through that hairpin then. Dylan first, V-Show second, Obi-Wan in third, White Shark fourth, Buki in 5th. Still expecting rain for Buki. Fat Pickles in 6th in the Lexus. Don through to 7th in the Ferrari. Mocking Weeks 8th in the NSX. The Citroen of JPH in 9th. Mental Nev in the pits and back out in 10th. Rick 33 also been in the pits, back out in 11th. Fresh set of softs on board for Rick. And the same again for Mental Nev. Fresh set of softs. So race leader Dylan already stretched that gap to a second between himself and V-Show. V-Show coming under pressure from GT Obi-Wan now. Just on board having a look from the second place driver. Ooh, Obi-Wan exploring those track limits. Closing up still, 1 second between second and third. Still dragging White Shark Jim in 4th as well. Not able to get the job done there. A little bit squirrely out of that second to last turn for GT Obi-Wan. That's going to put him under pressure from White Shark Jim down here. Let's get ourselves on board. Can White Shark use that Ferrari power? Doesn't look like he's got quite as good an exit as Obi-Wan, but he will get the toe now. Closing up 0.3 of a second. Not close enough, I don't think, before turn 1. Again, a lot of drivers doing this, just chucking their car over to this inside line. If you want it, I'm going to make it hard. Oh, V-Show's gone wide in turn 1. That's going to benefit GT Obi-Wan. They'll be carrying more speed into turn 3, but again, he's going to make it difficult. Trying to run around the outside through there, gets it done. White Shark Jim unable to do the same thing, so V-Show loses another position. He's gone wide through there as well. No, he hasn't. White Shark Jim just got a better run on him. White Shark Jim all over the rear end of that third place then. Might make a move into the hairpin, and does so. Side by side through there for White Shark and V-Show. Can V-Show keep his nose up the inside into this second to last turn? Does. White Shark's gone. Oh, White Shark's on the grass. Visho's going to come through and take that third back off him. And into the wall as well. Oh, and then clatters into Fubuki. Fubuki actually gets that position off him. Yeah, into the wall for White Shark. Rebound just picking up Fubuki there for a little bit of a door banging. GT Obi-Wan then. He's got a second between himself and Visho now. As we watch Fubuki go for a run on Visho into turn one. Almost side by side through there. Looks to cut back up the inside. Doesn't work out. So Dylan now 2.8 seconds up front. GT Obi-Wan second. He's got a second over Visho. Visho has got half a second over. Oh, who's going to get this one? White Shark Jim. Sorry, wrong driver. White Shark Jim back up the inside off Fubuki at the hairpin. Fubuki comes back at him through the second to last turn. Holds on to fourth, but again, White Shark Jim just got to stick right in his slipstream to get the position up the start-finish straight. Keep it out of the wall as well. Both drivers doing so. Just getting a toe off of Visho though, so that won't help White Shark Jim as much as he'd want. He's got to be careful. Fat Pickles in the background as well. Fat Pickles could sling one up the inside at any moment. Almost. You see everyone gets a little bit squirrely as they leave that outfield section to the infield section. The change in camber obviously affecting these boys. Oh, Visho's got it wrong. Visho losing more positions. Gets pushed down into sixth, then White Shark and Fat Pickles come through to take those positions off him. So does Fubuki, to be honest. White Shark tries to go back up the inside at the hairpin. Fully aware of what White Shark's aiming to do. Both drivers going a little bit deep there. Fat Pickles unable to take advantage. Now Fat Pickles in a good place to make a move off. He's just battered into the wall as well. Sticks within striking distance of White Shark Jim though. Can he use the slipstream? Not too sure. The Lexus, not one of the most powerful cars in this series, but closing up. Great big We Are Driven logo on the front of that car. Good lad. So he slips himself out. Not carrying the speed though. The Lexus just not got the legs on the Ferrari. But that little mistake from White Shark has allowed the Lexus driver to come through. Left the door open just enough for fourth place Fat Pickles to come through and take that position. Can he get it back? He's in a good position. He might sling one back up the inside of the hairpin here. The Ferrari is a fast car. Fat Pickles is not having any of it though. See what you're doing, sir. You're not having that. Holds on to fourth. Again, White Shark Jim in the perfect place to use the toe down the start-finish straight. I think the Lexus just not got the legs versus the Ferrari, to be honest. Let's have a look here then. Yeah, Ferrari already closing up on the Lexus in front. Close enough before turn one. Is Fat Pickles going to make it easy or difficult? Making him run around the outside. Onto the knobbly rubber. Again, gets a good run out. But Fat Pickles keeping it just in the right place as they head down towards turn two. Backs off again then for White Shark. Heading through the little kink down towards turn three. Again, just the run down to the hairpin, maybe a little bit too far back this time. Tyre wear really starting to hurt on White Shark Jim's car. Fat Pickles just sticking his car in the right place every time. White Shark can do nothing about it. Let's go and see what's happening up front. 6 minutes remaining of race two then. Dylan up front, 3.5 seconds over GT Obi-Wan in second. He's still got 1.3 from Fubuki. Kabuki being harassed, but closed up on by Fat Pickles. So managed to keep that gap between himself and White Shark as well. So I think White Shark really starting to struggle on those tyres. Ferrari's quick, but obviously with bleeding red tyres like that, it's going to be shouting at him. Visho then in 6th. Couple of mistakes have cost him positions tonight. Don up to 7th, and I had a great race too, has Don. Mental Nev in 8th. Mocking Weeks in 10th now, coming in for a fresh set of tyres. He's absolutely battered. So Rick gets through to 9th in the Citroen. Mocking Weeks in 10th, and JPH then in 11th. Oh, but into the wall. Is he going to get the position off of Mocking Weeks? Oh, no, Mocking Weeks is already out on track. So 11th then for JPH. Dylan then a 4.2 second lead. Comfortable in race 1, and just as comfortable in race 2, and coming from the back of the pack as well. Dylan, you've got to give him his credit. He's not punched his way through either. You know, he's driven fairly and cleanly. Fair play to him. Nothing that any of these other drivers can do to stop the march of P1 Dylan. Kabuki gets himself back past for Fat Pickles. Oh, no, sorry. Fat Pickles closing all the way up on Furuki. And in the background, Visho's got himself back past White Shark. Takes another position back then, Visho. Tyre wear slightly better on the McLaren than is the Ferrari, but only slightly. This has allowed P1 Dom to get back in this fight. His tyre wear nowhere near as much as Fat White Shark Jim's, both drivers in the Ferrari. So P1 Dom could be on here for a couple of position changes if the tyre wear allows. So 3.5 minutes remaining. Dylan still out front, 4.6 seconds. Second place GT Obi-Wan, still under no threat from Fubuki, but Fubuki under threat from Fat Pickles in the Lexus, closing up as well using that slipstream. Up the inside into turn 1, side by side through there. Not quite, just has to just back off, not quite able to carry the speed like the McLaren in front. Piling the pressure on that third place driver. Got a little bit of time behind him, 1.6 seconds back to, a little bit sideways there through Fubuki. Kept it in a straight line though after all. Closes up into the hairpin again for Fat Pickles. Needs to be a bit closer when they come onto that start-finish straight. Here it is. Fubuki catches the wall. Fat Pickles carrying extra speed on the way through there. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? A little bit of contact between these two. Fubuki got the inside line into turn 2 though. Fat Pickles looking to cut back up the inside, almost. Now can he get the job done into turn 3? Now gets a good run out of there. Can he get the job done into the hairpin? Still right on the back end of Fubuki for that third place. Almost up the inside for the 4th place man. Not quite worked out for him yet. Fubuki doing some good defending though, holding on to this position. So just a minute remaining. Let's get ourselves on with race leader as he hits this start-finish straight. Bam, on to final lap now then. 50 seconds remaining. 5.2 second lead for, 5.3 second lead for Dylan over GT Obi-Wan. In the background, we see these two battling it out. Fat Pickles back up the inside for third place. Can he carry the speed? Buki closes back up on the exit. Can Fat Pickles hold on to this one? This is where the battle is. So Fubuki needs to stick in perfect range of Fat Pickles. It's a long old drive down to that start-finish straight. Fat Pickles going defensive into the hairpin. Towards this second to last turn then. Fat Pickles still holding on to it. A little bit squirrely out of there, so it's all about the run down to the line then for these two. I think it's going to be Fubuki's, so Dylan is going to take the win, comfortable win as well, so the win in race 1 and 2 for Dylan sideways. GT Obi-Wan is going to take second. Fubuki has got himself no, Fat Pickles, you genius, don't know how you did it. Fubuki, I thought Fubuki was going to use the toe and get the position. But he didn't. Fat Pickles actually took third place. Fubuki 4th, P1 Don 5th, V-Show 6th, White Shark 7th, Mental Nevin 8th, Mocking Weeks around that final turn for 9th. JPH 99 already crossed the line for 11th. Oosh, and a handbrake into the wall for Mocking to finish. We just wait for Rick. You broken, Rick? Or are you going to drift the Tron down the start-finish straight in that Citroen? He just likes the limelight, doesn't he? You won't cross the line at that rate. You won't get full limelight. Going to get turned off. 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, he's going to cross the line. No, he's not. Yes, he is. So rounds 11 and 12 done and done for MRC's GTTCC. 2 comfortable wins for P1 Dylan again. Nobody's able to put it to the P1 boys. Not had the best of nights tonight. I'll say that. Got sort of first, second and third in race 1. But it has been 1, 2, 3, 4 in previous races. So a mix of luck tonight, but looks like everyone enjoyed it. Oh, apart from maybe Weeks, who got nudged off by Rick 33 possibly. But yes, that's it from me tonight. I'm back Sunday night at 8 PM for the final round of Tanso Racing Group's Creative Motorsport Ford Focus Cup, so that's 8 o'clock on Sunday. No 9 o'clock race for the P1 boys anymore at the minute. Back on no Monday race this week. In fact, I've got Sunday night and then nothing on till Friday. Oosh, almost a week off. Great. So yes, Sunday at 8 o'clock for the Tanso race, the Creative Motorsport Ford Focus Cup, and then all the way till this time next week, 9 o'clock next week, Friday, for the following rounds of GTTCC. Come and check them out, 9 PM UK time. That's about it from me, really. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker and drop a little donation on there if you can. If you don't want to do that and you fancy a bit of merch, get hold of me at darksmoker@googlemail.com and you can get yourselves one of these t-shirts or some stickers. And yeah, let me know. Yeah, other than that, I hope you've liked what you have. Well, let me start that again. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe. Share it out, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.